Hi everyone, this is Nishant, and today I'll be reviewing Tuesdays with Morrie. It is written by Mitch album and it is by Sphere Publications. It is available in all major retailing websites for less than rupees 500. Now, this book was referred by another great author, Robin Sharma, who is of Mongoose Follis Ferraris fame. In his book, Who Will Cry When You Die, he says that every person should read this book at least once in his lifetime. When I read that part, I thought, let's give it a try. So I went to the nearest bookstore, bought this book, and started going through it. It took me about 2 hours to read this book. It's of 192 pages. So once I finished this book, I realized that this is one of the great books that I have read. We all have a teacher or a mentor whom we look up to in our life. Whenever we are facing some problems, we think about him, his wisdom, and we try to feel what he would have said in such circumstances. This is also based on a similar theme. It has two major characters. The first one is Morrie Schwartz. He is a sociology professor in Brandeis University, Boston. Second one is Mitch Albom himself. Mitch Albom is a sports columnist and also in broadcasting business. So Mitch Albom, during his undergraduate course, was under Morrie, and they were pretty close with each other. But as it happens, once his course got finished, he came into this world and forgot about everything else. He was in no contact with Morrie for about 16 years. After 16 years, one day when he was surfing his news channels, he suddenly saw Morrie staring at him from television. He saw, which show is that? It was Nightline. What is Morrie doing in Nightline? Morrie was suffering from ALS disease. It's a disease where your whole body degenerates and slowly it starts from your bottom and then it moves up. Some more famous people who have ALS is the famous physicist Stephen Hawking. So Morrie was sitting there and he was giving interview in that Nightline show. So Mitch thought, why shouldn't I go and give him a visit? So he took the next flight to Boston and he reached Morrie Schwartz's home. There he see him sitting on a wheelchair, but in a very cheerful tone. He welcomed Mitch with both hands open. In one of the interviews, Mitch says that when he reached Morrie's home, there were more people standing there. He had become a celebrity by that time because of Nightline. And people were going inside to meet Morrie, but when they were coming out, they were sobbing, they were crying. So Mitch goes inside. What's happening? Here, anybody who needs sympathies, it's you. Your lower part of body is not working, and you are facing death in very short time, and you can't even move your head without help from somebody else. He says, Mitch, I feel that as long as you are giving, you are living. And as soon as you start taking, you start to die. So as long as I live, I will not take anything from someone. The people come here, they have preconceived notions that we'll try to make Morrie cheerful. But once they start telling me something about these things, I tell, okay, fine, I have some problems in life. What about you? Don't you have some? Then they start telling me something. They go, oh, that's bad. And I ask them, tell me something more. Then they tell something more. And I say, oh my God, that's too terrible. Can you tell me more of your problems? And then they start pouring. Mitch thinks about it and says, Morrie, to be true, I also have lots of problems in life. Can you help me solve them? Morrie says, okay, let's take a semester again together. And thus starts Tuesdays with Morrie. After that, for 14 Tuesdays, Mitch visits Morrie and they talk on various topics. They talk about love, they talk about marriage, they talk about children, they talk about envy, they talk about how to have a great day. And in the end, they even talk about death and how Morrie sees it. These are all not over the top philosophies as we get in some of the self help books or we get in self help sessions. These are the way a common man sees the world. Or to tell you the truth, a common wise man sees the world. How Morrie sees the world. And he tells them how to make you a better person. They are small, small things which everyone can do in his daily life. So, Morrie tells about different things from his own angles. While reading these things, sometimes you will be crying, sometimes you will be laughing, sometimes you will be smiling, and sometimes you will feel peace with it. This will completely drain you emotionally. But one thing I can say, that it will definitely make you a better person. It will put a seed inside your soul, and with a shower of love that will definitely blossom, and it will definitely give you shade. Morrie could have died with ALS, cursing God, cursing people around him, cursing everyone, cursing the whole world. But he did not do that. He thought, I will be brave. I'll be telling about whatever my experience to everyone. He told it through news channels. He told it through Mitch album. Now this book was written basically for paying the bills of Morrie, but it had become an international bestseller in New York Times. And now today, whole world knows about Morrie. It is being taught in schools. One more instance that I come in this book. Towards the end of the 14 lectures, Morrie tells to Mitch that even when I die, come to visit me at my grave. Don't come like coming in a car, keeping the ignition on, coming to my grave, throwing some flowers, sitting in the car and going away. You come with some time. You bring some food. You bring a chair. You sit there and talk. Mitch says, but you will not be talking. What will be the use? That's the reason. I have done all the talks in these 14 weeks. Now it will be time for me to take and you to give. You will be telling me and I will be listening. So friends, I definitely recommend this. Everyone should read this book. You should recommend it to your spouse. You should recommend it to your children. And it will be definitely a great read. Bye for now. Meet you again. Goodbye.